A while loop lets you run code repeatedly based on a Boolean expression. So the basic syntax of a while loop is it starts with this while keyword and then followed by your Boolean expression enclosed in a parenthesis. And then you have your body, which would be enclosed in curly braces. And so if you have only a single line of code, then you can optionally not use these curly braces. And so what would be this Boolean expression mean? This would mean that it would have to evaluate to a true Boolean value. Okay, so let's look at this example here. So in our example, we will have uh, two uses of our while loop. So the first part would be this one, which would let us input 5 team names, and then after that it will display the team names. Okay, so let's look at this one first, this one on the top. Let's focus on this one. So this one, we have declared a variable maximum teams, which we will use later in our while. So it would uh, basically be used to store maximum teams that uh, we would need to enter, which in this case we've initialized or set to 5. And then we have this part or variable declaration wherein we've created a list of strings that would hold our teams, okay, or team names. And now we have our while loop. So in this part, our Boolean expression is if the list of teams count is less than the maximum teams, then we would be required to enter a team name or value. Okay, so here we have write out a team and then its number. Since our list of teams would initially be set to 0, since it's not there's no value yet, then we just add a 1 to each of it so that we can have a team number in this case. And then we have our line here where we read in an input from the user, read line, and then store it as a team variable. And then this line, we uh, we compare if our or have a condition here if our team input is empty, or if I guess sorry, if it's not empty, then we would add it to our teams list. Okay, so basically we will be allowed to input a maximum of 5 team members. Okay, and then after that we just display our teams by using this another form or example of while loop. Again, our Boolean expression here would be if we start with 0, since our list is 0 based index. So we compare it if our start is less than the teams count, which is of 5, then we just display our team name. And then we increment our counter here so that we could continue up to our maximum number of teams from our teams list. So I hope you followed that explanation. So basically, we input uh, teams up to a maximum number. We can change this value depending on what you want here, and then display those teams. Okay, if we quickly run this example, then we should be able to input 5 team names. So here we have, say like that, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and then Echo. And then once we hit enter, then it would just display our teams. Okay, so again, if we try this running again without with skipping uh, entering of a team name, so it will just keep asking you the team names. So once you enter, then it would again ask you to enter another name. If you skip, then it would just continue asking you for that uh, another team until you've completed 4 uh, team names. Okay, and then once that completes, then you can, or the team names are displayed at the end. Okay, so that's one way of using the while loop.